Welcome to today's session. This is Priya, lecturer, Department of English from Sita Lakshmi Ramaswamy College. In this video, we shall discuss reported speech. The utterances of a speaker can be given in two ways. The utterances of a speaker can be given in two ways. One is direct speech and another one is indirect speech. What we do in direct speech? When one exactly reproduces the words of a speaker, it is called direct. It is said to be in direct speech. Whereas when we convey the meaning alone with in his own words, that is, the speaker say the news alone in his own words, it is called indirect speech. So in these two manners, speech can be reported. So for this purpose, reported speech is very essential for writing purpose or writing business, especially reporting an interview or a dialogue or a news item. Let us see. We may report the words of a speaker in two ways. As I said, we have an example. Nirmal said, "I am well." And how it is done in indirect speech, Nirmal said that he was well. See, obviously we can find many changes taking place in converting direct to indirect speech. What are those changes? See, these are the essential rules needed for this conversion. And this conversion is very much needed for writing a report. That is the very purpose of discussing the reported speech. Let us see what are the obvious changes we find here. Said is retained. See, this is called a reporting verb, and we retain the reporting verb in indirect speech also. And we have a new word that and I is changed into he, am into was, and the rest of the thing the same. So, what changes are taking place? That a new word is added and a pronoun has been changed, tense has been changed. So, we are going to see what are the rules needed to make these changes. And the proper changes has to be done. That needs to be done or correct usage of tense, reporting verbs, pronouns, as well as the time expression. These are the four essential categories under which we will discuss the next slide. It shows you what are the changes we make for reporting verb. For assertive sentence, the reporting verbs can be tell, told, and said. See, for normal statements, the reporting verb is changed from, as we saw in the last sentence, Nirmal said. So, said can be written as told or said even, there is nothing wrong. But how tells? See, when tells is used, we need not make any tense change. That is, consider the previous one, Nirmal tells, I am unwell. It can be written as it is without making any change, because there is a rule saying that if the reporting verb is in simple present tense, we can retain this sentence as it is, and it is not compulsory to make any changes further. So, and one more rule is there. In another condition also, we need not make any change. What is it? That is for general truth or universal fact. For example, he said the sky is blue. For this sentence, we need not make any change. He tells that the sky is blue. The tense need not be changed because it is a fact. So for fact, universal truth, there is no need to make any change further. For interrogative sentences, the reporting verbs used are asked, inquired, demanded, or interrogated can be used. And for imperative statements, it depends on the moods of a speaker, whether it is an order or command or request or apology, it changes accordingly. And next is exclamatory. Exclamatory sentence has reporting verbs like exclaimed with joy or sorrow, cried out or wished or prayed. These are the various reporting verbs we can use for converting direct to indirect speech. Next is, we shall see what changes have to be done for changing the tense? See, all forms of present tense can be changed into past. That is, simple present can be changed into simple past. If a sentence like I played tennis can be changed into he said that he played tennis. See, this is a normal statement, and that functions as conjunction here. So that is the conjunction, and tense has been changed from simple present to simple past. And in the next one, present continuous changes to past continuous. Like they are watching TV becomes they were watching TV. So as it is, it changed. And we saw that all forms of present tense can be changed into past tense. Then what if the question contains past itself? If we have verb in past tense in direct speech, it can be changed into past perfect. Like she said, I visited my parents in New York. So we have the verb in simple past. So we change it into past perfect. That is, she told me that she had visited her parents in New York. So simple past changed into past perfect. And what about past perfect? It is retained. Past perfect doesn't undergo change, so it is there. And past perfect continuous as it is. Like she had been waiting for 2 hours, and it is given as she said that she had been waiting for 2 hours as it is. And will, shall, can, may or changed into would, should, could and might. These are the necessary changes we do for tense. And next is change of time expression. See, all these utterances are going to be reported in future only. So, in doing indirect speech, everything should be converted if we are speaking about only past events. So, definitely time expressions like now, this, these, here, thus, ago, today, yesterday, all these expressions that indicates time can be changed into then, now becomes then, this becomes that, these, those, here, there and so on. Yesterday becomes the day before. For example, I met him yesterday can be written as he said, he told that he had met him the day before. Okay, so this is how the changes of time expression takes place. Then we look into change of pronoun. See, there are 3 major important rules to be considered for changing the pronoun. First one is pronouns of the first person are changed into persons of the subject or speaker. That is, I said I like to dance now becomes I said that I like to dance. See, if you have first person in the direct form, which always, while changing into indirect form, you have to consider what kind of person is saying, whether he is first person, second person or third person. You have to go by the person, that is speaker, person of the speaker. If I said, then you can write I like. You need not change I into he because the speaker is I alone. So, you can retain the same person. You can follow the same person of the speaker. That's why I said that I liked to dance. Now becomes then. Like is changed into liked. So, tense change is there, added conjunction and then time expression has been changed. And we are also bothered about the pronoun change. The pronoun has been retained because the speaker is first person. For example, if the speaker is in second person, you said, I like to dance now, can be written as, you said that you like to dance then. Because we have to go by the person of the speaker. Whatever the person of the speaker, we have to take that into consideration for changing direct to indirect. This is the first rule. And what is the second rule? If we have second person, consider the listener. If listener is mentioned, then we have to go by the listener. For example, he said to me, "You are a brave boy," which can be written as, "He told me that I was a brave boy because," why you is changed into I? Because we have the listener in first person, that's why we use I for you. This is the second rule. And third one is, pronoun of the third person are not changed at all. See, if you have third person, there won't be any problem. We can retain the same. He said she is a rich lady. That is changed into, he said that she was a rich lady. Next. For assertive sentence, now we are going to apply all these rules in the different kinds of sentence, and let's see how does it work. First one, he said, "I am unwell." We saw in the example 2. He said that he was unwell. Notice the tense change, insertion of conjunction and pronoun change. For example, Vinu said, "I want new bag." That can be changed into, Vinu told that he wanted a new bag. See, for assertive statement, normal statement, we can apply all the rules as it is and we can go with it. Second one, Gopi said, "I know her address." That can be changed into, Gopi told that he knew her address. No becomes new, I become he. He said, "My master is working on statistics." See, this is in present continuous, that becomes past continuous. For interrogative sentence, see what do we do if we have question in interrogative form. He asked me, "What are you doing?" That can be written as, he asked me what I was doing. See, you has been changed into I, and all is changed into was. And we have to inverse the position of subject and verb. Because when you report question in indirect form, it is no longer a question. It becomes a statement. That's why we are interchanging the position of subject and verb, and we arrive at the answer, what I was doing. And you have to remember that for interrogative sentences, the conjunction used is only the question word, not that. So this is what the main point to be considered for interrogative changes. The stranger asked, "Where do you live?" That becomes, the stranger inquired where I live. For yes or no type question, the conjunction becomes whether or if. He said, "Will you listen to me?" It's changed into, he asked whether he could listen to him. For imperative sentence, the conjunction is to, and we need not make any tense change. For example, he said, "Get me some water," is changed into, he requested to get him some water. Here to is used as conjunction. Do not disturb him becomes, he commanded not to disturb her. Let me in becomes to let him in. For exclamatory sentence, we have to remove all the exclamatory expression and that as conjunction, and do rest of the changes, that is tense change and pronoun change. And you have this conversation for practice. For example, it is a conversation between manager and student. If manager asks, "What do you want?" and student reply, "I want to apply for a loan," that can be changed into what manager asked what he wanted, for which the student replied that he wanted to apply for loan. In this manner, we can do the changes step by step and form a reporting speech. Thank you.